So today we're gonna have a class on down payment assistance. Anybody familiar with down payment assistance programs right now? At all? No? Okay. So let's take a look at this closing disclosure. We're gonna look at the one that says first CD. This is an FHA file. The loan amount or sales price was $293,500, and we are doing 5% down payment assistance on these borrowers. Okay, so the way that the realtor helped, okay, with this program, she also obtained $10,000 as seller credit from the seller. Okay, so we're mixing 5% down payment assistance and on top of that $10,000 that the seller is giving. These programs, usually there's two down payment assistances. There's one that is forgivable for 30 years, so they have a soft second lien, and it's forgivable for 30 years. If the client doesn't sell the house or anything within 30 years, it's forgivable. And then there's also that is repayable. They have 5-year repayable or 10-year repayable. That just means that, for example, they'll have their monthly payment, as we'll see this one has a repayable. So they'll have their monthly payment, and then they'll also have a second monthly payment based on whatever down payment assistance they received. With this down payment assistance, minimum credit score is 600. There is no income limit, and they don't have to be first-time home buyers. So it can be used for second houses, you know, as well. 3.5%.
Who's offering this assistance?
5%.
Sorry.
Anybody that needs it. So, for example, if a client comes to you and tells you, hey, I'm ready to buy a house, income is good, everything, but I just don't have money for closing costs. That's whenever you're going to give them this option and say, okay, well, great, we can help you with 3.5% or 5%. So the only difference with the 5% is that it helps cover closing costs. So this monthly payment for this client was $2,637.70. The rate that they got for 5% down payment assistance was a 7.25. The client did have the option to buy down that rate, you know, all the way to set 6.75, for example, but they chose to use it for their closing costs. So you can also mix it in with the 2-1 buy down, seller paid. So, for example, this client, they had $10,000 worth of seller credits. They could have used that to buy down the rate. So instead of a 7.25, their first year would have been a 5.25. The way that you can ask your realtors, right, hey, try to get seller credit. Right now, I feel like we're in the market where that is doable. So if you can talk to them, you know, explain to them the situation of what the client is going to. Sometimes, you know, clients are open to with us, but not with their realtors, or vice versa, right? Sometimes they tell their realtors and then they don't tell us. So it's make sure to have communication, and that way the realtor can help, you know, even getting more money for the client back. Okay. Any questions so far?
Max seller credits, FHA 6%.
Correct. So they can get up to 6% seller credit, mix it with the 5%, and they usually get money back. So depending on if they have to pay something, or, you know, title work, all of that falls within those credits. So the way that they do it is, and we'll review this together right now, but first I want to tell you a little bit about, you know, how the program is. So FHA, max seller contribution 6%. We can use that to buy down the rate or for their closing costs. 600 minimum credit score. Now, if we look, let's go back to the first CD. If you can see on there, this client is getting back $1,065. Okay, how did that happen? We'll go down to the closing costs. So they did the 5% repayable loan, okay, down payment assistance, and they got 10,000 seller credit. So all of that put together, it gave them money back. And also the client was behind on their taxes for 2022, 2023, some of 2024, and they were able to pay all of that. So they still got money back, and they got rid of the debt with the IRS. So it was really good for them. They were really happy.